Will the audience please stand, if you are able, for the playing of our national anthem? Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to the Spring 2025 CVMBS Masters of Science Recognition Ceremony. My name is Dr. Todd Clapp, and it is my privilege to serve as the Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs in the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Today, we celebrate and recognize the accomplishments of these graduates. An accomplishment of this magnitude is never done alone, and so we celebrate, recognize, and thank our family, friends, faculty, and staff who have helped make today possible. We are so pleased you all could make it today. Before we get started, let's take a moment to acknowledge for our land acknowledgement.
State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples.
This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native nations.
We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it.
As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed.
CSU is a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion.
And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon.
This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment.
All right, let's continue with some key introductions of those you see on the platform. I will ask that each person rise, remain standing through the introductions, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. I would like to present Dr. Sue Vanderwood, Professor and Dean. Dr. Colin Clay, Professor and Executive Associate Dean. Dr. Naomi Ward, Professor, Department Head, Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. Dr. Brett Smith, Professor, Department Head, Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Alexander Brandel, Professor, Interim Department Head, Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences. Please join me in recognizing these platform group members. We would also like to acknowledge those joining us today who have served our country. I ask that any active duty or veteran student and members of the audience who are active duty or veterans to stand and be recognized at this time. A critical part of our land grant mission is to provide access, education, and help ensure our community has the opportunity for a college education. A first-generation college student is one who is first in their family to attend university. The success of first-generation students in our college and our university is a point of pride in all of us. Would first-generation students please stand to be recognized? Our college has been ranked in the top 3 veterinary colleges in the country for the past 20 years. There are many great things which must come together to provide this level of excellence. The most critical elements in this combination are the students, the faculty, and the staff. I know that we have the very best in these categories. Now I would like to ask that the faculty and the staff in attendance please stand. I think that it is also appropriate for you, our new graduates, to show your appreciation to some of the other individuals who have contributed so much to your achievements. Will the parents, spouses, family, and friends of the graduates please stand? Please be seated. While each of these students brings their unique perspectives and backgrounds, the common thread between this group is the outstanding students and their shared experiences in completing these rigorous programs. To speak more about the student experience, it is my pleasure to now introduce our student that will be delivering our commencement address. We welcome Corinne Wilson to the stage to deliver her remarks.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, devoted families and friends, and my fellow brilliant graduates. I'd like to thank you all for gathering at this ambitious hour. Well, I can't promise this will be our last 8 a.m. commitment ever. I can guarantee this will be the most rewarding one we've had thus far. As I stand before you today in this cap, gown, and fancy new hood, I'm struck by a profound truth. Our degrees may bear individual names, but they represent a collective achievement. Behind or in front of each graduate today stands a part of that village that supported us and challenged us, and to them we say thank you. My time in the master's program has transformed me in ways I couldn't have even imagined 8 months ago. And today I'd like to share 3 lessons that really shaped that transformation. 3 lessons that I hope everyone can resonate with as we move on to the next chapter of our lives. Lesson 1, your grades are not definitive of your potential. When I started this program, I expected to master the intricacies of the human body, memorize every single muscle, trace every nerve, and let's be honest, stop mixing up the tibia and the fibula. But a master's degree, that demanded more. It demanded study sessions before sunrise, long nights in the lab, and enough energy drinks to worry our cardiology professors. I'm sorry. After my first disappointing exam grade, I realized this program, it wasn't just testing my knowledge, it was testing my resilience. Don't get me wrong, some of us aced every single exam. But if you were like me, you learned that success required new strategies here. But what matters is not that we stumbled, it's that we got back up. We learned how to ask for help. We learned how to teach each other. And most importantly, we learned not to measure our growth by single exam points, but rather how we evolved as learners and professionals. Lesson 2, ask your biggest, broadest questions first. I'm sure everyone remembers that moment. You're standing in front of all your peers, a professor's questions hanging in the air. Your mind is racing. In those moments, we learn the most valuable skill, how to return to fundamentals. When faced with a complex case, like why a patient can't perform a power grip, the solution is not in guessing, but rather breaking it down. So what is a power grip? What muscles are involved? What innervates those? The brachial plexus might twist, but the rules of innervation hold true. So let's keep asking the bold questions, but let's not forget that the answers, no matter how elusive, always begin with foundations. And if all else fails, remember the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, okay? Okay? As we leave today, I hope we can carry forward my third and final lesson, a mantra my fellow anatomy students know all too well: enjoy the rigor. The hours dissecting cadavers, the frustration of cranial nerves that refuse to be memorized, the triumph when your data finally showed significance. These weren't just hurdles, but rather a foundation of deeper understanding, a reminder that mastery and rigor is where true mastery lies. The road ahead, it won't be easy, but whether we step into operating rooms, clinics, labs, classrooms, we'll face brand new challenges, the ones that required the same grit it took you to be sitting here today. But if our time at CSU has taught us anything, it's that we're equal to the task and capable of finding joy in the effort. So, class of 2025, let's go forth with the same tenacity that brought us here. Congratulations to the scientists, anatomists, and future leaders among us. The world is waiting for solutions we're now equipped to provide. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Corinne. I promised I wouldn't go off script, but your faculty, your parents are so proud of you guys. Please enjoy today, because I know I'm not going to get another chance to say it. Today we celebrate graduates from the following master's programs: from the Department of Biomedical Sciences, Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences with a specialization in anatomical and physiological sciences, Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences with a specialization in assisted reproductive technologies, and Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences thesis. From the Department of Clinical Sciences, Master of Science in Clinical Sciences thesis. From the Department of Environmental and Radiological Health, Master of Science in Toxicology, Master of Science in Environmental Health Epidemiology specialization, Master of Science in Environmental Health Occupational Ergonomics and Safety specialization, Master of Science in Radiological Health Health Physics specialization. From the Department of Microbiology, Master of Science in Microbiology thesis, Master of Science in Microbiology Immunology. Will our commencement marshal, Heather Hall, please escort the graduates to the podium to have their names read and diploma covers delivered. This spring, we are honored to have faculty members and staff members nominated to read student statements. We are joined by Mr. Ivy, who will read for Biomedical Sciences, Dr. Olivia Arnold, who will read for Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences, and Dr. Jeff Willis will read for Microbiology.
The following graduates are from the Department of Biomedical Sciences. They will be greeted by Department Head Dr. Brett Smith, and congratulations will be offered by faculty and directors of the program. From the Masters of Biomedical Sciences, specialization in anatomical and physiological sciences, Corinne Wilson. Eric Haugen. Jacob Thomas Santini. Payson Hartley. Christ Tran. Valeria Cusillas Payton. Masha Krivoruk. Sierra Belezos. Brooke Carpenter. Bianca Eldridge. Sadie Mack. Sophia Casso. Katie Roberts. Hartley Lane. Julia Siegel. Kennedy Montgomery. Hannah Phelps. Joe Gibb. Tristan Siddle. Franco Marinon. Sydney Dawkins. Haley Tilley. Kirk Thomas. Tyler Johnson. Brittany Roth. Ryan Bayer. Rodrigo Perez Campos Jr. Megan Wampler. Jean Rivera. Mitchell Zone. Aya Willis. Adrian Robles. Mayumi Petra. Kayla Spitz. Amanda Johnson. Hope Anderson. Bridie Waters. Alyssa Kaplan. Christina Adu. Riley Walski. Haley Brown. Emily Olvera. Janelle Hernandez. Macy Fuse. Please join me in congratulating our anatomical and physiological science graduates. Brianna Martinez. The following graduates are from the Masters of Science in Biomedical Sciences with a thesis. Reagan Roach. Please join me in congratulating our Biomedical Sciences thesis graduate. The Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences, specialization in assisted reproductive technologies. Riley Lockhart. Kaya West. Marcy Jung. Cassie Varga. Kristen Charles. Morgan Miller. Robin Peschici. Shelby Alligood. Samantha Phillips. Bridget McLaughlin. Crystal Stowers. Hannah Steinzen. Marissa Bailey. Elizabeth Van Brunt. Lizzie Oleas. Sydney McClure. Brianne Wolf. Sienna Bigler. Remy Joachims. Kate Fortier. Mitchell Ellis. Please join me in congratulating our Assisted Reproductive Technologies graduates.
The following graduates are from Masters of Science, Clinical Sciences with a thesis. They will be greeted by Dean Sue Vanderwood, and congratulations will be offered by college officials. Luisa de la Cuadra. Please join me in congratulating our Clinical Sciences graduates. The following graduates are from the Department of Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences. They will be greeted by Interim Department Head, Dr. Alex Brandel, and congratulations will be offered by faculty and directors of their program. The following graduates are from Masters of Science in Toxicology. Michaela Barraza. Kristen Troba. Isabel Byfield. Chloe Raffay. Emmy Morales Arguello. Darlene Alexis Villalobos Cazares. Lee Ya. Sarah Santana. Please join me in congratulating our toxicology graduates. From the Master of Science in Environmental Health, Occupational Ergonomics, and Safety Specialization, Jessica Martinez Palenque. Please join me in congratulating our occupational ergonomics and safety specialization graduates. From the Master of Science in Environmental Health, Industrial Hygiene Specialization, Laura Clavimontes Barrientos. Please join me in congratulating our Industrial Hygiene graduates. From the Master of Science in Radiological Health, Health Physics Specialization, Evan DeVincenzo. Soren Clausen. Christian Grabowski. Please join me in congratulating our health physics graduates.
Following graduates from the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. They will be greeted by Department Head Dr. Naomi Ward, and congratulations will be offered by faculty and directors of their program. The following graduates are from the Master of Science in Microbiology, Immunology. Selena Nieto. Erica Olson. Deanna Quebec. Kayla Crouch. Courtney Athens. Alexis Kristen Wilson. Kimberlyn Petty. Logan Pickering. Priscilla Ramirez. Marie Cook. Taylor Shirley. Victoria Nina Klimuk. Tiffany Chen. Chantal Martinez. Stephanie Welch Crespo. Abigail Betancourt. Maria Orozco Martinez. Adrian Nelson. Jesse Durnston. Helena Alamehu. Please join me in congratulating our microbiology immunology graduates.
It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Colin Clay, Executive Associate Dean, to the podium to address the CVMBS Master's Class of 2025.
Thank you, Todd. Corinne, tibia, fibula, is that arm or leg? Okay, good. All right. Thank you for that. Several things I've noticed today. There's a big gap here in the floor, and with heels crossing here today, I've been anticipating disaster. And fortunately, we've been able to avoid that. This is a strange feeling. I've been to a number of performances here, but I've always been out there and not up here. Which makes sense because I really don't have any talent. And the other is addressing the graduates, which are actually back here rather than out there. And it's a little bit unnerving to have this many students at my back as opposed to so what I'm going to speak to today is actually you. I feel like I should come around on the other side here, but that would be awkward. So what I was going to touch on this morning are actually some themes that were actually prompted by an address we heard yesterday at an undergraduate recognition ceremony. And like the speaker today, Corinne, there's also a speaker at the undergraduate or the bachelor's ceremony for CVMBS. And it was very compelling, as of course the address today. But when I listened to her talk, there was three themes that emerged. And I'm going to try to touch on those this morning. And those three themes are clarity, vision, and persistence. So first of all, clarity. There was a song in late 70s, maybe early 70s, late 70s, early 60s, late 70s, something in there. It's all a blur. And the words to that, at least a phrase of that song is, I wish I knew what I know now when I was younger. Now, I wish I could follow that with some keen insight as to exactly what I wish I knew then that I know now, but I'm not really going to be able to do that. But what I can say is that as I grow older, and I look at my career more from a sunset rather than a sunrise perspective, I find that my past is actually quite imminent. But the future and the road ahead is somewhat less clear. And that's a bit unsettling because I believe we all want clarity. We want to see the path ahead of us. We want to make the right choices as based not on a gut feeling, based not on an instinct, but rather on information, what we know. But this is tempered by the reality, of course, is that what we don't know often far exceeds what we do know. And we have to coexist with uncertainty, ambiguity. Now, I don't suggest that life should be a series of coin tosses or coin flips and that our choices shouldn't be informed. They should be. And I'm going to read a passage from a book called Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, but I've gotten a lot of lessons from that story over the years. So this passage, one day Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a Cheshire cat in a tree. Which road do I ask? Or which road do I take, she asked. Where do you want to go, was his response. I don't know, Alice answered. Then said the cat, it doesn't really matter. So where you want to go and how you get there are both really quite important. However, don't be alarmed when the times arise, and they will. When the path might blur a little bit, become somewhat indistinct. Don't be alarmed, right? It doesn't mean that you're lost. May not be that you know exactly where you're at that point in time, but it may just be that you sort of need to recalibrate your navigational beacons, right? Those red and green buoys, right? That keep you in the channel, keep you from running aground and moving in the right direction. And so what are those beacons to each of you? And each of you is going to have to answer those yourself, but I think it's a lot of things. And a bunch of them are here today, I believe, and they include your family, your friends, your classmates, your mentors, your teachers, and perhaps most important, yourself. Your values, your ethics, and your North Star. Now, next then is vision, and I think it's related to clarity, but I don't believe it's exactly the same. Hundreds of years ago, Sir Isaac Newton said or wrote that vision is the art of seeing things invisible. Again, from Alice in Wonderland. I see nobody on the road, said Alice. The king remarked, what a gift to be able to see nobody. And at that distance, too. It's as much as I can do to see real people at that distance. So another thing that I've learned over time is that seeing what isn't there is sometimes as important as seeing what is there. So sure, you need clarity to see the path, to see the fork in the road, but you need vision to see the destination. You folks in CVMBS, you know this, right? We didn't see a virus, right, until the 1930s with the advent of electron microscopy. However, viruses were certainly being studied in the early to mid-1800s, and Edward Jenner, Louis Pasteur developed vaccines against something that, honestly, they didn't really know existed, right? So that's vision. And if they'd focused on what they could see, bacteria, for example, they would have failed. Right? So whether the forks in the road and the paths are distinct or indistinct, it doesn't mean that you still can't see. And finally then, persistence. And this is actually a direct quote from Karen Heiken, who is the student that spoke yesterday morning. Growth doesn't come from perfection, it comes from persistence. And I think that Karen learned something that I'm not sure I fully grasped until later in life, right? And that is that perfection is not achievable, right? But persistence, perseverance sure as heck are. And it's core to who we are, and it's core to what we do. Now, it doesn't mean we might not be able to vision perfection, but in our fabric, we know we won't achieve it. And our quest then is to have the clarity and the persistence to seek it. Is that futility? I don't think so. I don't think even remotely, right? I think it's actually the action that fosters success, but also accommodates the inevitable failures, where at times we have to regroup and then persist. There's a poem written a number of years ago by Edgar Allan Poe called El Dorado, right? This mythical city of gold. And I'll read that here. From the beginning, trust me, it's not that long, so we'll be all right. Gaily bedight. I admit I had to look that up. It means well-dressed, so All right, so I guess we're all gaily bedighted here today. Gaily bedight, a gallant knight in sunshine and in shadow, had journeyed long singing a song in search of El Dorado. But he grew old, this knight so bold, in Or's hardest shadow, fell as he found no spot of ground that looked like El Dorado. And as his strength failed him at length, he met a pilgrim guide. Guide said he, where can it be, this land of El Dorado? Over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow, ride, boldly ride, the guide replied, if you seek for El Dorado. So is that poem, as a lot of scholars, I think, interpret it, about futility, hopelessness, and that's certainly a valid interpretation. But I've looked at it perhaps in a less cynical view, and trust me, those that know me on the stage is actually saying quite a lot. I don't. I actually see it as an affirmation. I see it as an affirmation that highlights the enduring spirit of hope, ambition, and the quest for something that is beyond the ordinary. It is the value of persistence and the belief that one's goal, even if elusive, is worth striving for. So I was going to say master's candidates. I don't think you're candidates any longer. I think you're actually master's degrees, master's students from Colorado State University College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Science. Our charge to you today is ride, boldly ride. You are a key part of the next generation of leadership that will show us the paths to entirely new destinations. And you know the way. You've seen it before, or you wouldn't be here, right? It's just a fork in the road. Now, I had the pleasure of attending high school in Hawaii. Graduated from a school called Punahou. And the final charge at graduation at Punahou, at least in 1975, was a phrase in Hawaiian, haina ia mai ana kapuana. Now, it's a phrase that's at the end of almost all Hawaiian narratives, stories, songs, and it roughly translates to, and so this story is told. So, master's graduates, CVBS 2025, haina ia mai ana kapuana. This part of your story is told, but there's so much more to be written, and I know it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful book. Congratulations and have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here.
I ask that members of the audience please remain seated while the platform group, students, and faculty leave the ballroom as Colorado State alma mater is performed by the CSU Brass Ensemble. Thank you for being with us today for this recognition ceremony. Please meet your graduates in the lobby following the ceremony. Best wishes and have a wonderful summer ahead.